Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Sunday Anime Chat with me, your host, Pop. And we are going to continue on with Harem-tober. Yes, indeed. All the animes that feature a harem theme. But before we do that, we're going to go through the news of the week. And then we'll check some rankings. We'll see how some of the shows of this fresh season have started. The fall season, as it were. And then we'll get into the main event, showcasing some of the harem shows that are out there. But before I get to that, I want to say hello to you, David Glenn. Good to see you. And anyone else who has tuned in. Let's get right to the news of the week, courtesy of the Anime News Network. We'll start back on Monday. Yoshiki Nakajima and Daiki Kobayashi joined the cast of Kusunoki's Garden of Gods TV anime. Kaya-chan Isn't Scary anime reveals January debut and more cast. Agents of the Four Seasons Dance of Spring anime reveals autumn visual video. Oh wow. Not very long before we get the old bot in here, eh? And you're banned. Don't interrupt me when I'm streaming about having more viewers. Let's get rid of it here. There you go. Okay, back to the news here. Sonic Racing Crossworld Games trailer reveals Minecraft DLC packs October 8th release. Campfire Cooking in Another World with My Absurd Skill Season 2 anime gets same day English dub. Well, that's good. And then people aren't waiting around to have the dub. For those that don't like to read subtitles. Ninja Gaiden 4 game announces 2 Masters DLC. Gachiakuda anime's second half unveils more cast, theme songs in video. So this is one I'm watching right now, Gachiakuda. Very dark, dramatic, dystopian. That's the 3Ds right there. It's dark, dramatic, and dystopian. So it's got all those in this show. So it's not there's no comedy or anything like that. A lot of anger. Plus size Misadventures in Love anime cast Akeno Watanabe and Yasuhiro Kikuchi. You got up to get a drink and missed the spammer. Yeah. Hey, you didn't miss much, David. I got rid of him in a hurry. A mangaka's Weirdly Wonderful Workplace anime casts Jun Fukuyama. I have yet to watch one of those episodes. I do have it on my list to watch. So we'll see what that's like. Moving along to Tuesday. Dokko Demo Makibao short spin-off anime gets second season. Hey Ars, how you doing? Things are going well here. We're just going through the news of the week. I've made it up to Tuesday, so let's see what's out there for information on the world of anime. Draw This, Then Die. TV Anime's teaser announces staff and a 2026 debut. Osanajimi to wa Lovecom ni Naranai anime reveals more cast in a January debut. Chainsaw Man, the movie, Reze Arc, streams opening movie with Kenshi Yonezu's theme song. Also, Chainsaw Man, the movie Reze Arc, gets early screenings for Crunchyroll members in the US on October the 22nd. The film opens in the US and Canada on October the 24th. For all you Chainsaw Man fans, looks like you can go see it in the theater. One Punch Man Season 3 anime streams on Hulu in US, Disney Plus in Canada on October the 12th. Seems like it's taken a while for them to come out with Season 3. Ninja vs. Gokudo anime streams same-day English dub. There's another show that has the same-day English dub. Wow, they're really going hard on it. Hulu adds Gintama anime seasons 2 and 3 with English dub. Suikoden Starleap game streams HQ Functions trailer. Never really got into playing Suikoden. I know it's a big franchise. People love it, so maybe one day I'll try it. Tubi streams The Legend of Ninja Kamui anime. There's where you can get some free stuff too. Tubi is really good for that. They got a lot of anime on there. Once Upon a Katamari game reveals Chill Prince music video. The game launches on October the 24th for the Switch, PS5, Xbox, and PC. I do like playing my Katamari. That was a good game. Rolling things up, making it bigger and bigger. A very Japanese game, to be sure. But really fun. And that's what matters. You want to have some fun. Monster Strike Deadverse Reloaded anime's video previews opening song. That's it for Tuesday. Moving along to Wednesday. Yugoku Neko Mukashi Banashi anime reveals 2 more guest voice actors. Aikatsu X Prepara, the movie, previews 2 stage performances in new video. Go For It Nakamura, anime's second promo video, reveals theme songs. Temi Rana, The Lucky Princess and the Tragic Knights game, launches in West on January 13th after a delay. Don't have fun, have another helping of The Message. Yeah, no, I get it, David. But those Katamari games were out way before The Message. I remember having it for the PS2, and that was a great time. Chainsaw Man, the film, stays at number 1. Demon Slayer Infinity Castle at number 2. Live action Silent Service sequel drops to number 4. Live action The Exit 8 is number 5. Huh. Detective Conan, The Bride of Halloween. 2 more Detective Conan films stream on YouTube over the next 3 Saturdays. Look at that. You're getting some free anime on YouTube. Oh yeah, those were the days. You're right, David. You and I are old enough to remember those days. They were great. Let's bring those back again. Oh, Solo Leveling, Arise Overdrive RPG previews gameplay and new video. So not only can you watch the show, but it looks like you can play it on your PC. if you guys are fans of solo leveling. And that's all for Wednesday. Moving on to Thursday. Romance of the Three Kingdoms 8 remake with power-up kit game announced for January 2026. It'll launch for the Switch, PS5, PS4, and Windows. The 2026 Doraemon film reveals guest voice actors and a February 27th premiere. Sayoshi no Gike no o Mederu Tame Nagaikishimasu light anime debuts in January. It's easy for them to say. 2.5 dimensional seduction Angels on Stage game ends services for English Chinese versions on January 14th. This is why I gotta tell you guys to be careful about those iOS games. They're shutting it down. That's a good show. I liked 2.5 dimensional seduction. It was good. Noble Reincarnation, Born Blessed, so I'll obtain ultimate power. Anime reveals main cast, opening song, and January debut in second trailer. This almost sounds like Seventh Prince. Code Vein 2 games trailer previews story. Launches for PS5, Xbox, and PC. Crunchyroll acquires Oshinoko Season 3. That time I got reincarnated as a slime the movie, Tears of the Azure Sea, and more anime. It's not good. Crunchyroll is snatching up too much stuff. You need competition. Daemons of the Shadow Realm anime's trailer reveals more staff and an April 2026 premiere. Witch Hat Atelier anime unveils welcome visual. Of all the shows that I would think, Perfect Blue restoration film gets a 4K UHD release on December the 23rd. Wow. You've got to really like Perfect Blue to get the 4K release. Don't think it's for me, though. The second Gundam Hathaway Films trailer confirms a January 30th, 2026 delay. Sounds like Crunchyroll's following the Bob Iger playbook. Yeah, you can't just acquire things and expect to make loads of money off it, because those are costs. Buying up other IPs or studios or whatever it happens to be. Mamoru Hosoda's Scarlet anime film reveals new trailer at IMAX screenings. Oh, just give me a moment, please. All right, sorry, it's that morning congestion, you know. Yeah. And morning drink of choice is some coconut water. It's got some good electrolytes in it. Anyways, let's get back to the news here. A New Dawn film's new teaser unveils a March 6th opening. Gintama Yoshiwara in Flames compilation film opens on February the 13th. Fire Force anime's final run to premiere on January the 9th. If some of those character designs look familiar, it's because I think the same person that did Soul Eater did Fire Force. So they look pretty pretty bang on to some of the characters that you've seen in Soul Eater. Next up, A Returner's Magic Should Be Special Season 2's video confirms a 2026 debut. The fifth Be Forever Yamato Rebel 3199 film reveals title. February 20th premiere in teaser trailer. That seems like something I should mark on my calendar. I wouldn't mind seeing that. I do like myself some space battleship Yamato. Hell Mode TV anime's first promo video unveils more cast, staff, and some theme songs. The Last Blossom film casts Natsuki Hane. And that's Thursday. Moving along to Friday. Fourth, Sumiko Gurashi anime films clip posted. Oh, The Beginning After the End second season anime's teaser reveals April 2026 premiere. Good. I really did enjoy watching The Beginning After the End. First season was pretty good, and I'm very eager to see what happens in the second season. Trigun Stargaze anime listed as premiering in January 2026. What's that all going to be about? More Vash? Trigun Stargaze. Okay. Kunon, the Sorcerer, can see through anime's teaser reveals more cast, staff, and a January 2026 premiere. Scenes from Awajima anime's first promo video reveals 2 cast members in an April 2026 debut. The Invisible Man and his soon-to-be wife TV anime reveals January 8th debut and more cast. I wonder if that's going to be a comedy or not. Dorohedoro anime's sequel season reveals spring 2026 debut and a visual. Toshiki Masuda, Minami Tanaka joined the cast of There Was a Cute Girl in the Heroes Party, so I tried confessing to her TV anime. Rika Suzuki Koshike's Dark Auction game releases demo and reveals a January 29th launch. Kamina Botan Yoheru Sugata wa Yuri no Hana anime cast Miyu Tomita. Let This Grieving Soul Retire Season 2 anime cast Kiyono Yasuno and Yuki Wakai. Majogami Games trailer reveals October 30th release for the PC. Game launches for the Switch and Switch 2 on the same day. One Piece TV anime's English dub for Egghead arc continues in November. Well, I hope so. We are really moving along here in One Piece. So they're already at the Egghead arc. Okay. It's catching up to the manga. Hunternen Impact Fighting Game adds Neferpitu on October the 16th. Rooster Fighter anime reveals English dub trailer. I've never heard of Rooster Fighter. Oh well. We'll skip by the North American manga anime releases. Trigun Stargaze anime reveals trailer, visuals, cast in January 2026 premiere. And that's all for Friday. Moving along to Saturday. Hey, what's up, B17? You have a girlfriend now. Hey, good for you. Right on, that's great news. Okay, so we've got Japan's video game rankings coming up. Where'd you meet her at, B17? Oh man, number 1 is a PS5 game, Ghost of Yotai. Then we're back to the Switch with Super Mario Galaxy 1 and 2, Final Fantasy Tactics, Mario World, PS5 game, Final Fantasy Tactics, Digimon Story for the PS5, back to the Switch with Final Fantasy Tactics, back to the PS5 with Silent Hill F, then Donkey Kong Bonanza and Minecraft, then for the PS4, Final Fantasy Tactics, Mario Kart 8, Pokemon Scarlet Violet, Animal Crossing, Super Mario Party Jamboree. For the PS5 at number 16, EA Sports FC 26. Then back to the Switch with Story of Seasons, Grand Bazaar, Demon Slayer, Atelier Wrestleriana, and then The Ancient Magus Bride. So one of those rare times that the PS5 is at the number 1 spot, just probably for a game that is not available on this Switch. You met her at school, eh, B17? Good, man. Good. Right on. All right. Next up, let's go. Kakegumi horror comedy manga gets TV anime in 2026. A horror comedy. Okay. Scum of the Brave TV anime casts Ryota Suzuki as lead. Oh, we've got the animation TV ranking. This ought to be good. Did you hear that Microsoft is phasing out producing Xboxes? How will they ever crack the Japanese market? You know that's a lost cause there if they're trying to crack the Japanese market. But yeah, they're going to stop making Xboxes and then that's going to be it, eh? They're going to go the way of Sega and just make software? No, they tried. They just couldn't do it. I mean, Xbox had a lot of exclusives and everything like that. It had it had the very first one was pretty powerful. The 360 had its problems with that red ring of death, and then the Xbox One, I don't know, I haven't heard much anything about anything wrong with that one. And then they're doing their Game Pass thing, jacking up prices on people. Yeah, they're just doing software. Okay. Well, I mean, it was a good run while it lasted, or not such a good run. They bit off more than they could chew. They just didn't do a good enough job. I don't know. I'm sure there'll be a lot better people to analyze that than me. That's for sure. I mean, I never bought an Xbox because I had a problem with Microsoft. And it's like, look, you guys are dominating the PC market. Now you think you can just come over and make a console that people are going to buy? So I never bought one. Just out of principle. Anyways, let's see what's up here on the list. The Spy Fam Code White film aired on TV Tokyo and earned a 3.2% rating. As far as the other shows go, Sazi-san, followed by Detective Conan, Chibi Maruko-chan, my MHA final season debut. Ooh. Doraemon, Crayon Shinchan, Togen Anki, You and Idol Precure, Curious George, and Oshiri Tantai to round it all out. Yen Press reveals 14 new licenses. Delicious in Dungeon board game. Really? I just want to see what this is all about. Because I like Delicious in Dungeon, and a board game would be pretty hilarious. You dislike Microsoft because you're an ex-IT worker. Yeah, there you go. I don't blame you. Yen Press announced 14 new manga, graphic novel, and novel licenses at its panel at New York Comic Con on Saturday. In addition, the company announced it will release Monster Eater, Delicious in Dungeon, the board game, in English in May 2026. Nice. The game is inspired by the Monster Maker board game from 1998. Yen Press describes the game. In this collaborative game, combining the hit manga Delicious in Dungeon and the work of the legendary game designer Jinichiro Suzuki, you and a party of 2 to 5 of your closest friends can delve the depths of the dungeon together, seeking fame, wealth, power, and more. But beware, deadly monsters lie in wait for you to dine on them. Yen Press will release the new licenses in April and May. The licenses include 10 manga, 1 graphic novel series, and 3 novels. New licenses are Redeem, only 1 forever manga. 4 in Love graphic novel, Curl manga, Clumsy Kiss manga, My Lover is Just Too Innocent to Handle manga, Love from the Tip of the Tongue manga. This, yeah. A few of these look like some BL stuff, so I'm not gonna be reading those. Is that Redeemed gay anime? You know what? Yes, it looks like it. BL, which stands for Boys Love. Yeah, I won't be reading any of those. Merit and the Egyptian God manga. You Can't Escape from Mizudaku-chan. My Super Cute Black Mage. Void, number 9. Toxie Noxie Foresty Forest manga. Shanty novel. Azure Sword, Slayer of Distortions. Our party nearly wiped and then everything went downhill. Seems things go downhill and then you get wiped. Anyways, that's what these guys are bringing over. I'm interested in the board game. From Yen Press. You can watch the show and then play the board game. Moving right along here, Aniplex USA reveals November 11th and 13th screening English dubcast for Clockwork Girl, episode of Virgin Punk original anime. Okay then. A Gatherer's Adventure in Isekai Anime's English dub streams on October the 13th. Crunchyroll streams Nausea TV anime. The Idolmaster Million Live OVA's promo video reveals March 27th release. And that's all for Saturday. Here we are at Sunday. That's today. Cyvis, The Sound of Heroes original anime reveals Anan Furuya as protagonist Kyoya. Square Enix teases a new Dissidia Final Fantasy smartphone game. Oh, well, there, you lost me at smartphone game there. Yeah, don't do it, guys. Watch out, those smartphone games. Dragon Ball Fighter Z game gets new DLC character balance and update. Okay. SNK releases playable character Joe Higashi in Fatal Fury City of the Wolves game. Launches Kizuna Encounter Super Tag Battle game on Steam. Grand Blue Fantasy vs. Rising reveals character Meg's gameplay trailer, October 15th release. Gakuen Bungo Stray Dogs game reveals November 6th launch date and an opening movie. And that's it for Sunday. I think you're all caught up, except for, what was this? Crunchyroll cites internal system problems regarding subtitles for fall 2025 anime. So Crunchyroll having trouble, eh? You know, there's some fan subbers out there that do a way better job than Crunchyroll. So I'm just saying, just because you're a big company doesn't mean you do a good job. Let's have a look here. Some of Crunchyroll subtitles for new anime for the fall season have changed in terms of typesetting, font, and size. Continuing anime do not appear to be affected. ANN reached out to Crunchyroll regarding its subtitles, and spokesman responded with the following statement. Over the past few days, some users experienced delays in accessing the content they wanted and subtitle issue across certain series. These were caused by internal system problems, not by any change in how we create subtitles. Use of new vendors or AI. Those internal issues have now been fully resolved. Quality subtitles are a core part of what makes watching anime on Crunchyroll so special. They connect global fans to the heart of every story, and we take that responsibility seriously. Thank you for your patience. We're committed to continuing to deliver the authenticity, quality, and care the fans deserve. Many people on social media had speculated the last week that Crunchyroll had switched from Aegis Sub to Israel-based UNAS for subtitles, starting with the fall anime season. AN asked Crunchyroll about whether the company previously used Aegis Sub and switched to UNA, but the company only gave AN the above statement from the company spokesman, did not comment on what the subtitle program had been used in the past. Well, that kind of makes sense. Kind of like upgrading your software. Probably had some bugs, troubles. Yeah. The company recently announced the titles it's streaming for the fall 2025 anime season. Crunchyroll laid off a number of employees in August. In addition, some employees expanded their scope and others got new role assignments. Crunchyroll also revealed plans to build engineering hubs in the US, Mexico, and India to spark innovation and fuel transformation. What does that mean? Crunchyroll building engineering hubs. Okay. I still don't follow that. I hope someone out there can explain that to me. Crunchyroll is an independently operated joint venture between US-based Sony Pictures Entertainment and Japan's Aniplex. Sony Pictures Entertainment and Aniplex's Sony Music Entertainment parent are both in turn subsidiaries of Tokyo-based Sony Group. Yes. I'm pretty sure everybody knows that Crunchyroll is owned by Sony. Sony's Funimation Global Group completed its acquisition of Crunchyroll from AT&T on August 9th, 2021, after the company first announced the acquisition. The purchase price was $1.175 billion, and the proceeds were paid in cash at closing. Funimation's home video releases are now listed under Crunchyroll. Okay, so they switched up their software and screwed up. That's pretty much what happened. But that's it. You're all caught up on the news of the week. Next up, let's check the rankings. Now, the rankings for Anime News Network aren't current yet. They're still talking about the summer season. So it's the fall season now. So we're going to head over to this place. And we find out that at number 1, it's One Piece, which is not surprising. Every time you bring up that Sony is not involved in streaming wars with Netflix, someone coughs up Crunchyroll. Yeah. Yeah, and some of us find other ways to watch our anime. You know, we we rent a boat, we hoist our flag, and we sail the 7 seas, and it seems to work just fine. But anyways, number 1 is One Piece. Number 2, My Hero Academia final season. That's not surprising that it's at number 2. I'm sure a lot of people are invested. I'm invested. I'm watching season 6 right now. And man, oh man. What a show. Lots of like the first 6 or 8 episodes are all battle. So it's pretty crazy. Aye, matey. Arr, yar. At number 3, the Banished Court Magician aims to become the strongest. I'm watching that one as well, and yeah, number 3. That's surprising. Gachikuda's at number 4. As I said before, that's the dark, dramatic, dystopian one. A Wild Last Boss Appeared is at number 5. My Gift level 9,999 limited gacha. Yeah, I'm watching that one. I think I've only made it through the first episode, but I'm patiently waiting for the next one. Let This Grieving Soul Retire Part 2 is at number 7. Spy Family Season 3 is at number 8. That's another one I'm watching. I really do enjoy my Spy Family. Kaiju number 8 is at number 9. And at number 10, Togen Anki. So there we go. Next up, we're going to hit up the main event here. And that'll be some harem anime. Let me just find it. Okay, the first one up here. Just gotta grab my notes. The first one up here is called Da Capo. And it's from 2003. So let's see how we go here. Oh, yeah, we've got lots of girls there. Oh, and I picked not the very first episode. I picked the 6th episode to watch because there's more. You know, usually it starts out slow. You know, one girl shows up, 2 girls show up. So you try to grab a few episodes along the way, or further along. That way, they all are around. It looks like they're at the beach. This would have been a good one for my beach episode show. And there's one. And there's our main character, and he's being pursued. And it looks like they're going to have some sort of, looks like lunch. And now they're all set up, so they're like, okay, you girls can go get changed. There's another girl that's pursuing our main character. And there they are. There's all of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep, that's about right. So just everyone commenting on their swimsuits. And they're playing games. Apparently you're supposed to have a banana eating contest. And they're gonna have some lunch that she used seaweed that was lying around. Uh-oh, she used the sea cucumber, and it grows with heat apparently. And it's gonna attack people. Of course, there's the competition. Everybody wants main character to put some suntan oil on. And of course, you have the typical fireworks at the end of the day when the sun goes down. You bring your fireworks out. Of course, she was walking alone by herself, and he's like, well, I better go talk to her if she's sad. They're having a moment together. Of course, everyone else has to come by and interrupt the moment. There we go. More fireworks and sparklers. And it looks like everyone has a fine time. Finally, on the next episode. We won't know what happens. You gotta watch the next one. I have a lot of... I believe this is a music video at the end of this. Live action. So that was unexpected. I didn't see that coming. But it must be something they do in this show. And there we go. Oh, the first show, Da Capo, where all the girls are after main character. So that one was more slice of lifey. This next one is going to be a little more goofy. Let me find it here. There it is. Next up, we've got Maburaho from 2003. Oh, here's the intro. There's main character right there. And that was all a dream. His clock wakes him up in the morning. Looks like, what is that, 8:30? He's like, oh, it's time to get up. But no. And he falls back asleep. Meanwhile, its school is starting. And you can see right away people are arriving in most peculiar ways because there's magic in this world. So their homeroom teacher is going over what's going to be on the test. This young lady here is not impressed. Turns out the guy behind her left a clone so that he could sneak out of class. She's like, well, I'm not going to put up with that. And she turns invisible and goes to look for him. Meanwhile, the landlady is cleaning up as our main character realizes that he slept in and he's got to run to school. During school, though, you can see the doctor is doing his health inspection. And while he does that, he can see what their magic power is. So that one's 8,942. And I just want to show what hers is. Hers is 140,000. And I believe that's the amount of times they can use magic. And that's important to know. Meanwhile, you got this pervert trying to peek in on them by using his magic. But the smart girl puts up a barrier. This guy's trying to justify his peeping. Pretty much what it comes down to. Apparently, main character can only use his magic 8 times. That's very low. It's extremely low. Everyone else can use their magic more times than that. So he's very despondent about that. Very sad. Oh, his classmate found him. And she's going to chase after him. Try to get him, herd him back to class. It's such a ruckus that the other girl there opens up the door to see. And main character runs off. The principal and the teacher are discussing what's going on with class 2B. They're just talking about what's going on, who's got goals. Apparently there's an exam, and he's like, I'm not going to use my magic, I'm just going home. Meanwhile, mysterious girl gets a call from her family. She's being told she has to complete some sort of task. Same with this girl. She gets a phone call telling her, you must complete some sort of task. Meanwhile, We see a young lady cleaning the apartment. Main character opens up the door to see a girl undressing in his apartment. Of course, there's the stereotypical blood-curdling scream. And he starts to take off, but then he's like, wait a minute. That's my room. Why is there a girl in my room? Now that she's dressed again, she is quite obedient. She's like, well, I'm going to be your wife. This is news to him. He has no idea. And he goes to talk to the manager of the building, but he runs into, boom, the other girl that he talked to this morning. And she leaves no... She's like, let's get right down to business. Yes, stalker. So she's ready. Oh, now this is the time where the girls fight over the main character. There's two of them. There's the third that shows up. Although she doesn't want to jump his bones like the other two. She thinks the best way to complete her task is to get rid of him with her sword. So now, two girls want to stop her from executing him. And here comes the magic. There we are. Big explosion. Flying through the air. Just trying to get away. And he gets back to the school where he tries to hide out. Where the doctor sees him. Like, hey, you're just in time then. You came back. You feeling better? You can come and get your physical done. With the first year girls, he said. And off he goes. Oh, he's back at his classroom where he sees the young girl that was there in his apartment. Introduces herself as a transfer student and his wife. This does not go over well with the class. And there they are again. You've got the sword wielder, the blonde girl, the pink-haired girl. Of course, he's going to ask the doctor for help. Hey, help. Okay, so he explained. Now we're going to find out why are these women after him? Because there's got to be a reason. And it turns out his lineage has some very powerful and notable magic users. And so they go over his lineage. This person, this person, this person. So apparently his bloodline is very potent, but it's not him. He's not very powerful. So what they're after is his genes, his genetic material, as it were, if you get what I'm talking about. They want to mate with him so that, because the next generation after him will be super powerful wizards or magicians. So that's why they are coming after him. And it looks like even more of them are interested. So it looks like you're having a whole classroom now. They are getting ready. Looks like it's going to be a big, big battle. They only want him for his pimp juice. Yeah, that's right, David. Yep. And lots of explosions. He's trying to get away. I don't know what's up with the manager there, why she's at school. As soon as he gets home, so she's like, welcome home. And he's like, why are you here? She's like, because I'm your wife. And we won't know what happens until we watch the next episode. So all the women are going to be chasing him because all they want is his baby juice. But that'll be on the next episode of Maburaho. So that's another harem show. All right. Those are the two for today. Next up, we'll go and see the shows that are airing right now for this season. The shows that I'm watching right now. Let's see. Some of these I haven't gotten to yet. I haven't gotten to Mangaka's Weirdly Wonderful Workplace or Chichikose in the Ramoon Bottle or Dad is a Hero and Mom's a Spirit. I'm a Reincarnator. Dusk Beyond the End of the World. Yes, I did watch one episode of this. Yeah, so as the synopsis says, when growing tensions around AI spark civil unrest, Akira is caught in a crossfire when he protects his girlfriend from an assassin's bullet. Hundreds of years later, he awakens from cryogenic sleep to an unfamiliar world. As he struggles to come to terms with his new reality, he bonds with an android called Yugure, who bears an uncanny resemblance to his girlfriend. Now he must ask himself what love means in a world where technology has changed the very fabric of society. Yeah, I watched the first episode. I mean, we'll see how weird it gets. Doesn't seem like a comedy or anything like that. Cheap views on Streamboo. Here, let me help you with that. There we go. Yeah, so Dusk Beyond the End of the World. We'll see. It's not something that's really grabbed me and made me think, oh, I have to really watch this or anticipate the next episode or anything like that. Got Yakuta. It's got the 3Ds. Drama, dystopian, and dark. Nausea. No, I haven't gotten any of that yet. Or Hands Off. Sawanade Tashi-kun. Or I Saved Myself with a Potion. Life in Another World. No. I watched Let's Play. Sam is a young developer in Los Angeles who's about to achieve her dreams of the first video game, Ruminate. That is until a popular streamer gives the game a scathing review. Even worse, Sam finds out the troublesome critic is now her new neighbor. Get lost in a comedic, romantic, and all-too-real story about gaming, memes, and social anxiety. Come for the plot, stay for the doggo. We'll see how this goes. If it's too dumb, I'm just gonna drop it. I'm not gonna worry about it. May I ask for one final thing? I think a lot of people are enjoying this one because it's a noble woman who punches out people that she doesn't like or that piss her off. So she gets quite violent. Like it says here, Scarlett has put up with her fiance's bullying long enough. Not only is second Prince Kyle arrogant and crude, but he suddenly called off their engagement during a ball. And if things couldn't get any worse, he then accuses her of a crime she never committed. Fueled by betrayal, Scarlett unleashes her rage, giving the prince and his nobles a beatdown I'll never forget. And I watched that, and it was pretty good. She gave them a good beatdown. She uses her magic to enhance her speed and such, and she can just smack down everybody. But we'll see where they're going with this. What the main goal is. And that's what she says to the prince there when he gets rid of her. She's like, "Can I have one final thing? Can I punch this person in the face?" Next up, Mechanical Marie. Yes, I watched this one. This one is going to be a pretty good comedy, I think. She's a martial artist who pretends to be a robot maid because the head of the house wanted a robot maid. A maid pretending to be a robot, a young heir who hates humans. Get ready for heartwarming comedy that'll make you laugh and cry. Again, as a lie between master and maid blossoms into love neither of them saw coming. So he's dumb enough to think that she's a robot, and she is very expressionless, so she can pull it off. So I'm waiting. I can't wait to see what happens with this. Should be good. My friend's little sister has it in for me. This reminds me of like, Don't Tease Me, Miss Nagatoro. This is, he's very no nonsense. He's like, if somebody likes you, they shouldn't tease you. So she obviously doesn't like me, but she probably does like him. So if it gets too much, I'm gonna drop it because it's just like, okay, this is ridiculous. Oh yes, my gift level 999. 9,999. This seems like your typical person gets kicked out of their group and then goes on to do their own thing. Except he goes down to like a real deep level, which is how his skill works. He has unlimited gacha. But if the deeper you are in a dungeon, the more powerful cards he can get, and then he can summon like this maid that has 9,999 warrior level, and can just take down just like anybody in an instant. So we'll see what happens with this. I like the premise, but we'll just see how it plays out. He says he's gonna get revenge, so revenge on the people that left him in that dungeon. They left him for dead. They played him for a fool, and then now they left him. So he wants revenge, and I don't mind a good revenge anime, but it's got to be a good one. Currently watching My Hero Academia Season 6. We're moving right along. status as an assassin obviously exceeds the heroes. This is the typical one. They get summoned to another world where they have to they earn abilities. And the one guy, the main character, he gets the abilities of an assassin. And it looked like originally he was a mediocre assassin, but then his status, all his stats passed the hero. And so there's something not right. Something stinks in Denmark, and our main character knows something must be up. He doesn't trust the king or the people that summon them there. So there's a deep plot going on behind the scenes that he wants to find out what's all about. And he'll do that using his assassin skills. So I do look forward to watching more of that. Past the monster meat, milady. No, this isn't a hentai. But it's reminds me of Delicious in Dungeon, because you have a noble lady who likes to eat monsters, and she meets up with a guy who does as well. And then we'll have to see what adventures they have together, as they both fight monsters, beat them, and eat them. I watched episode 1 of Shabake. Trying to remember what that was all about. Oh. Where is it here? There we go. Oh yes, it looks like it's a period piece in Japan. The main character is very frail. He's always been sickly. But he can communicate with spirits. He has the ability to see spirits, and he's protected by ghostly companions. He sees a murder happen, and now they have to try to find out the culprit. So it's a murder mystery taking place in feudal Japan, it looks like. I don't mind those murder mysteries, so I will keep up with that. Solo Camping for Two is still going on. I wonder if the two characters are going to actually start dating. I'm about almost halfway through. So we'll see. It does teach you a lot about camping and how things work and what you can do. So it's like almost educational there. And Spy Family Season 3, yes. More adventures of the Forger family as they want to infiltrate and get close to the politician who's the leader of the Eastern Bloc. So more of it. More Spy Family. If you've seen Spy Family, you know what it's all about. And this one, The Banished Court Magician, aims to be the strongest. So this guy, he was being taught by a court magician who told him, don't go and be a court magician, whatever you do. And he was like, you know what? I'm going to go be a court magician so I can change the system from inside. And yes, this is what happened. He got banished. And he got picked up by another party, and they're going down into dungeons. So that's what's going on. Hopefully this will keep me pulled in so I can watch more, but that's the hope. You always want it so that the story gets really good and draws you in, but well, we'll see. We'll see how this plays out. That's what I've watched so far. I have a lot of catching up to do, which I'll probably do today. Tomorrow is Thanksgiving, Canadian Thanksgiving for me and all Canadians. We get the day off, at least we should. It's a stat holiday, so we'll be celebrating Thanksgiving. Have some turkey and all the fixins, and just have a really good time. It's nice to have an extra day off. But that is it. That's all I've been watching this season. I do have some catching up to do. I wonder which ones you guys are watching. Thanks, David. Yeah. We have it a month earlier, which is a lot nicer because it's not as cold. I think having it in November would be just too darn cold. I have yet to look up the reason why. Why do we have it a month earlier? It's just, I don't know, just weird. Oh, all right. I think I'm going to start wrapping her up here, fellas. That was all right. That was the harem show for today. The ones we watched were Da Capo and Maburaho. Da Capo is a little more slice of life, and Maburaho is a little more silly, a little comedy in there if you want. So those are my recommendations, my showcasing today. Yeah, I just want to thank you guys for coming by today. Many thanks to you, David Glenn, for stopping by and doing your wrenching stuff that you always do. That's a big help to me. And Aris, always good to see you as well. Anyone else that was lurking, listening, thanks for stopping in, hanging out, just listening. It's good enough for me. Don't forget to hit that like button or subscribe if you haven't already, or just hit the follow button if you're on Twitch. I think I'm one more follower away from achieving another goal over on Twitch. Kick, I have about 60 people. That's really good. I never expected that many on Twitch. And Rumble is just like, Rumble is Rumble. I hardly get anybody showing up on Rumble. Anyways, coming up, Italy Trades Talk Tuesday. I'll try to have some new videos and pictures of what's going on out in the trades on Tuesday. So join me for the industrial stream, as it were. Then on Saturday, it's going to be retro game day, which is always going to be some handheld games I play. This time around, it's Legend of Zelda, Oracle of Ages. And then we go to Sunday again. Sunday anime chat. More harem for Harem-tober. Stop on by. We'll have some really good shows to watch and enjoy. But when I'm not streaming, you can go and check out some of these other people, like Pacific 414, or DJ Ronnie G, or Brandon the Anime Guy. I was actually watching him before I started my stream. Him and Clifton were playing some Donkey Kong Country. You can always go see Carl at the RNG Podcast, or Tomby, or Angry Canadian, or Nerdporo Lifeform. There's always Punk Waddle. He's always got some good stuff. And you can always check out Infinite Metal over on Kick and Twitch. And don't forget Call Me Kixie, a very pleasant VTuber. She plays a lot of indie games and just has a really chill vibe when you go there. Very friendly. All right, that's it for me, everyone. Have yourselves a great rest of your weekend. Enjoy yourself. Be safe out there. And until the next time, I've been Pop, and I am signing off.